The following film was shot in a small animal clinic, where the X-ray developing was done manually. The X-ray machine is visible, with the developer tank almost in the exposure area due to lack of space. Here we can see a thermostat in the developer tank. Here, the control panel is built into the generator. This is the exposure button, or trigger. It's a good idea to keep the lid of the developer tank closed because the chemical is an irritant and can damage the equipment in the room. Taking an exposure begins with loading a film cassette. This must of course take place in a dark room. Make sure the film is not hanging out of the cassette. Turn on the X-ray machine. Size the beam window to fit the cassette. Place the cassette on the tray. On this machine, the cassette and the tube move in unison, making alignment easier. Here, a needle holder is playing the part of an animal. After exposure, in a dark room, we remove the film from the cassette and suspend it with clips. The first step in film processing is developing. The film is dipped in developer fluid, which blackens exposed film. The developing fluid must be kept at 30 to 35 degrees to keep the chemical reaction at the proper speed. At this temperature, approximately 30 seconds is sufficient. Following this, we rinse the film in water, then place it in fixer fluid. The fixer stops the darkening and hardens the colloid emulsion on the film. Fixing should be done for at least twice as long as the developing, but preferably at least 5 minutes. The subsequent rinsing should be very thorough to prevent yellowing of the film. The emulsion is fragile, so handle the film with care. Hang it by a corner to dry. In theory, automatic developing is similar to manual developing. The developing machine routinely replaces or circulates the developing fluid. Incoming water goes through a filter. Cassette loading and film storage take place in the dry part of the darkroom. We place the film into the developer machine. We place the cassette into the transfer window. The rubber rollers convey the film from one fluid to another. After approximately 2 minutes, the automatic machine releases the finished, dry, viewable image.